Hi guys, my name is Janet and I'm your weekly review show host. So you get that we have this thing in Nigeria where when a movie comes up, everybody goes to the cinema. A few people goes to the cinema, they watch it, and then you start getting hypes on social media and Twitter, and before you know it, you're spending money to buy tickets to watch a movie that is not even worth it at the end or worth the hype. And at the end of the day, there are some movies that is what will give you the hunger to go to Netflix and subscribe in the subscription you've not made since only God knows when. And then at the end of the day, it just becomes nothing but a waste. So that's what I'm here for, to help you know which one you should watch and which one you should let flow away with the noise. Now, on today's episode of this show, we'll be analyzing the Squid Game. Yeah, we know the Squid Game has been making turns and bubbles and whatnot on the internet. But yeah, the Squid Game is actually what it has to, yeah, because number one, it shows you the real life things you should expect from people when they're in situations, how they swap you for who not and whatnot, and how people you think are like innocent in situations are actually the controllers of the chess. Do you understand? Like number 001, yeah, the old man, yeah. We saw how he was just looking like a player, but in reality, the old man was not a player. And 456 was there. If you remember the part where he peed on himself, yeah, 456 took off his jacket and tied it on the waist of the older man. And if 456 had died, he would have died, go waste, like the other contestants, yeah. And that's how it is in society. Nobody gives a damn about you, sorry to say, but that's how it is. But there's something that dragged a lot of us to this movie, which was everybody talking about it. Your friends were saying it, your families were saying it. When you go to the office, people are talking about Squid Game. If you're taking a public transportation, people are talking about Squid Game. And even if you're going to church, people are still talking about Squid Game vibe. So moving, yeah, a lot of things made people like go all out to watch the movie, yeah. Before we go further, have you clicked that follow button? Don't let my talking waste. Click that follow button and like this post. Yeah, now moving on. Remember that bully, the big bully that formed the gang and whatnot in the old movie? A lot of people might argue with you if you had the opinion that he was a bad person. A lot of people would argue with you that he was the realest person in that movie. He was the only one that showed that he was not interested in being friends. His own game was to use people to get to the finish line. And he was honest about it. In comparison to 456, who behaved like he was a nice person, or 218, who also behaved like he was a nice person. Remember the guy, he took the guy's purpose, yeah? That's like, it shows you how vile human beings can be. Somebody you were giving bread and butter and you had been so grateful for the help you ran for him, and he'd be like, he was relating to you like, my boss be this, not chief. Guy, when next somebody calls you chief, look back 2 times, so you should be the next sacrificial lamb. At the end of the movie is where what I don't understand. Why would 218 stab himself in the neck when he could easily have just stabbed 456 feet and killed him? But okay, that's what the movie is. I don't determine the winner. The writer determines the winner, so I can't judge. Moving on. But what pains me the most here, to me, the lady among the top 3, that is 068, should have been the winner to me, because if not for that glass that shattered and stabbed that tummy, I think it was 068 that won it for me. Because why? She was. But I'm not bringing gender into this, so I'm bringing the reality of it into it. Because aside from the bully, the only person who deserved it to me was her. Because she was real, she wasn't friends with you, she was being on her own. She was telling people like, our whole vibe when coming to their house was like, bro, every man for himself, all man for himself. Oh, but that one is another discussion, yeah. So let's talk about the fact that glass just spoiled the baby girl's shine. But she wouldn't have died, or she would have died, because everybody must die. Yeah, so, well, I didn't like the fact that he had to 218. Yeah, he slit her throat when 056 was getting cold feet. But then 056 in the real sense is an hypocrite because he took the old man pebble and played on the fact that the old man could not remember, was having brain issues, or rather he thought the old man was having brain issues. But in reality, the old man just made him feel that way, and he took the old man pebble and did not even bat an eyelid. But suddenly, he was Mr. Nice Man when that young lady was being slit by the throat by 218. Does that make sense? It tells you a lot about how our society is. Like how most of us are just very conveniently Christians when we're in church, but the devil's in buses. The craziest and scariest people you actually see in Nigeria are the Christians. I'm a Christian, I'm gonna say it, yeah? If a Christian should owe your neck, if they give you headbutt, Lori 20 naira change, but I'm up by Jesus Lulua. Moving on, I want to say this here. Watch your back. Squid Game is an eye-opener. It shows you how society really is and what should be, and the craziest people you see around you are actually the easiest and honest you would actually find. And that goody two shoes that's always around you talking about how he's so nice to you, how he loves you. Ha! My brother, run, oh, run. So, but the best of the best of the best of the best of this gist is that Squid Game is the highest paying watched series in the history of Netflix, yeah. So, and as you know, the writer had been going from producers to producers to producers to producers, and he never got his script written till Netflix picked it up and produced it. So that tells you to keep chasing your dream, and that is that on this episode. See you next time.